Holy crap, guys, this is one of the craziest Pokemon glitches ever, and it's inside Pokemon Sun and Moon. So a modern Pokemon game that has a glitch that I personally think is more useful than the missing no glitch. So this is pretty crazy. Now, this is a Reddit post that took off of a 4chan post on VP of people noticing something strange that happened in their game. When their game time rolled over from January to February, all of a sudden it just magically completed everything that was in their Poke Pelago, which means all of the events in Poke Pelago can be infinitely repeated and reset very quickly. So what does this mean? Let's go over the islands and discuss. I don't think it means anything for Isle of Beans, unless you want to do like shiny hunting or get specific Pokemon from the Isle of Beans. So maybe not as super useful right there, but I mean, it still works out pretty nice. The thing is that since this is automatically clearing, you don't need to use beans to speed up the Pokemon's work, because it's happening instantly. Also, with the berries, I have a couple of berries planted right here, so you can grow whatever berries you want in a very short amount of time. And then I have a Pokemon on a rare expedition, so money making, gold bottle cap farming, rare evolutionary stone farming, or any kind of rare items like that. Just send your Pokemon on an adventure and you're good to go. EV training, like 5 minutes to max out 18 Pokemon's stats for EVs, and then you can just kind of roll that over and you can fully EV train 18 Pokemon at a time. That's kind of crazy to think about. And then egg hatching or friendship. So giving a Pokemon an insane amount of friendship in a short amount of time for evolution, or hatching a lot of your junk eggs and stuff. As you can see, when I tested this, the bottom eggs are ready to hatch after just one reset, and then the eggs are the fresh ones we're checking out. And for the Drillbur, it's just there chilling out, gaining some attack EVs. So now let's go and show you guys how this glitch works. And it's not like a crazy exploit or anything, that this was naturally discovered just from something strange that happens with the times and how your DS works with the game and stuff. That's not against the rules to change the time of your DS, but that's pretty much it. So do what you want in the Poke Pelago, save your game, then head into the system settings. Once there, you just need to go and change your date and time. And after you've already set it up, it's pretty easy. What you need to do is you need to set it to January 31st, 2017. Alright, so it'll say that things are logged in correctly, but it happens. Now, my DS was actually set all the way back to 2011, so the dates are all kind of weird, and then what you need to do is just go and set it for the last minute. So, we're at the last minute of January 2017, and apparently that causes some funky things to happen. Now, I was thinking, oh man, it's a race against time to hop back into the game the first time, but no, I guess it's just going by when the console rolls over, so the minute that it takes to exit out and then go into your Pokemon Sun and Moon version, and then it's just time, and then you're good to go. And now we're back in our Pokemon Sun or Moon version, and to check the time, all you have to do is hit the home menu. Doesn't cancel you out of your game, of course, and then you can actually see when the time has rolled over. So it's 23:59 right now, and then when it becomes midnight or, you know, February 2016 or 2017, apparently that's when the craziness happens. Now, normally the game just locks you out of time-based events for a while if you try to fiddle around with the time or anything, but there's something specific about transitioning from January to February that causes some funny stuff to happen. So as we can see right here, we go into our Drillbur. Well, that's 99 completed out of 99, and we can even check the EVs just to make sure everything is good. Now, this also does work for the experience. That's 30,000 experience for 18 Pokemon in that short of amount of time, which means how many times you have to do it? Like 40 times? So that's a lot of resets, and that'll take a couple of hours, but that's 18 Pokemon to level 100 in about a third of the time that it takes to get your Pokemon to level 100 from like a Beware SOS method, or even grinding the Elite Four or something. So yeah, that's EV training right there. So if you just want to get all of your breeding, like normally the way I do it is I make one Pokemon and I EV train it all the way up, and then I just batch them up to level 50 for competitive. But I mean, what you could do is just breed tons of them. Then if you need the EV training, just group them. Like, alright, these 6 need hit points, these 6 need attack, and that's it. It's pretty much like simple. It's the same thing as Poke Pelago, just sped up to a mind-boggling extent. Now, I do see why this could take a couple of minutes per thing. That, you know, it's probably like 5 to 6 minutes, depending if you're doing all of them or just one of them. Because you'd have to take your Pokemon off, they do have to be inspected, you have to put them back on, and then that's how you're going to be able to get the experience gain. So it's a little tedious, and as you can see right here, my Morello is mad at me because it starts losing friendship if it's been in the springs for more than 24 hours. And then all these other eggs are ready to hatch. I see that they wanted to stay, so our Spearow and Wingull are here to stay, and our berries grew, so now we can go and harvest our berries. So if you're having any issues right there, that's done. And let's go and do the treasure hunting. Now, I think the treasure hunting is amazing for this because gold bottle caps are super rare, and this kind of trivializes that. So it's like a bottle cap exploit. It's an everything exploit, and it kind of shows like the usefulness of the Poke Pelago. I've been using the Poke Pelago, I wouldn't say almost every day. Like the last couple weeks I've been kind of lax with it because I don't need to anymore. But I've been using the Poke Pelago a lot because it is one of the most useful things that's ever been in Pokemon. We have EV training, we have money making, we have technical IV training, we have egg hatching, and then we also just have berry farming. But based off the EVs and stuff like that, you can just do it, and then it repeats. So I can go and set out for another mission. Do I want some evolution stones? I could do that. Do I want to go for money making? Like, this is all in one, and it's mind-boggling. It's crazy. So then let's go and put our Drillbur back in, except this time give it a speed boost. Alright, so I'm going to be doing the same thing, except this time I'm going to see if it works for other Januaries into Februaries, or if there's just something really strange about how the coding interacts with the date of January 1st, or maybe it's supposed to be like an Easter egg that, oh, random times, random days, you just kind of have everything complete faster, so it feels nice. Oh hey, that's a refreshing surprise that all of my Poke Pelago stuff completed itself instantly, so that just feels nice right there. And then whatever was supposed to be implemented to prevent it from like letting you abuse the time, it just didn't work out. So let's go and do our little thing right there. Just tap down a couple of times and then we're gonna be good to go. And now we just hop back into our game, and I'm gonna see if it works this way. Like, we already know that the 2017 date works. What about other dates, other Januaries and whatnot? Okay, so we have items here. Is it just any January into February? That's, oh hey, and I got a golden bottle cap with this method as well. It's taken me, like, I think this is my third bottle cap I've gotten. So it's taken me months to get that, and then through this, I'm able to receive a bottle cap just by kind of speeding up the process like that. Wow, okay, so that's a bottle cap, which means that my Drillbur should be done with the EV training, and it'll say 99 out of 99. Like, what is happening? How does that even work? That's crazy. That's so crazy. And then all we have to do is tap on this, hit the summary, and then we can see that Drillbur is now EV trained. So I just hit to level 50 and we're done. So in the course of making a video, I've also made a competitive Pokemon, and if I really wanted to, I could slap it back in there, get all the experience up to level 50. Oh, that's so nutty. How did this, wow. Okay, that's just absolutely crazy. What the frick? Okay, so is this just a monthly glitch that no one has caught until now? Because as you can see, I changed it to a completely different month. I just moved it to the end of August, so it's 8th into the 9th. So we have August into September 2018, and I went into my game, and there's Pokemon that have items for me right now. So I saved, I did everything, and look at that money making as well. That's 50,000 in just a couple minutes, actually more because of the nugget. Yeah, that's almost 60,000 Poke Dollars right there. Now I didn't have any of the other Pokemon stuff, and wow, so did no one catch on to this until just now? Because I don't think this is blown up. Actually, let's go back to the Reddit. So I also want to see how people are feeling about this. I will stress you need to be willing to accept this will lock your game out of non-Pelago related functions for 24 to 48 hours. Yeah. So that's kind of like the drawback right here. You don't get day-night cycle, you don't get Festival Plaza, Berry Trees, anything time-based. Like, it reminds me of when in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, like, the reason why my DS date was so far off is because I wanted to buy these secret base items at the top of the Lily Cove department store, and also I remember trying to speed the day up to immediately interact with the people whose secret bases I added, but it locks you out of those time-based events. Thought change of time botched up your activities for a day or two, except for the Poke Pelago. It's between 20 and 55 repetitions up to level 100, depending on Pokemon's growth rate. So 5 minutes per repetition. Yeah, you could. That was pretty much what I was talking about. Pokemon that are going so fast to level 100. That's absolutely nuts. Now, one thing that's interesting about that post, I'm probably just gonna have to do a separate follow-up video for this, is that, like, no one's really talking about if they consider this cheating, illegal, hacking, exploit, or whatever for this. So what I did was, I'm also going to be testing the other dates that work with this. I'm going to see what happens with November into December for 2016, if that is actually another way of kickstarting this. So I'm just going to keep grinding up with what I have right here on the cave and whatnot. But I can't believe, how are people so stupid? Glitching is not hacking, that it can be done in-game through normal means, and it's not even an advantage because, okay, anyone can do this right here. Not anyone can illegally modify their game and save file and stuff like that. So until the Pokemon Company makes a ruling about this, then we're going to see, like, how this unfolds. Because they left the missing no glitch in. So when it comes to exploits and strange things, the Pokemon Company is really weird. Also, I just sat there for a really long time instead of actually doing the system settings change. So it doesn't work for anything in 2016, but anything in 2017 or later, it seems like, or just random months, I don't know if I just randomly just picked the correct month or something, it actually works. So whoever was debugging this, whoever was beta testing, was only doing it in 2016, or just like going back and forth between a couple of set days. Because I just went from the November into December, and it didn't change anything naturally like that. But any of those other days and other month changes are actually enough to cause a reset, and that's why people are kind of wondering what was going on right now. So that's absolutely crazy, and this is maybe one of the most insane Pokemon glitches ever. So there we go, guys. Like, the submission was 3 days old, and I don't know how no one was talking about this. It says 400 or 240 upvotes. I'm just now hearing about this for the first time. But yeah, you can just change the clock to a specific date. So I guess just January 31st, 2017, and then you can do whatever you want and get whatever you want. And that is just unreal, guys. I know I'm a little late to this, but I haven't seen anyone else cover it, and it does work, and it is legit. So, wow, that's something else. If you guys enjoyed the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.